for Too Many Angles, Warriors Smash the Cavs edition. Here's your first angle. Is KD better than LeBron? Take a listen to this.
He may be the best player in the world today.
Today?
I mean, you are wait.
Today.
What? Whoa.
I mean,
whoa.
look at. I mean, we're on the final stage. LeBron is giving you good
Paul,
numbers.
stop.
Wait,
Paul,
wait,
stop
What
it.
wait.
can't he
Paul,
do?
Let me
Paul,
stop you
What
before
Where's
you
that
start.
drink? What's in there?
Wally Pipp with the what's in there joke.
Yeah,
That
I like
it. So, Jackie?
Listen, after 2 games, he's the best player in this series.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm going. That's
Yeah.
as far as I'm going.
June 4th, 2017, he was the best player.
He said
I think
today.
that's what
He did say today.
that's what Chauncey was alluding
Paul,
to.
Paul.
Right? No, Chauncey called him and said today.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, so I will give him that, but let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes on he's the best player in the game.
I will say this, though. One of the things that isn't talked enough about this is Durant and his defense.
Yes.
Now, he's had the best defensive year. We know that statistically. Is it because they surrounded him with better defenders, or is it just a personal crusade? Because LeBron, you see him hesitate going to the basket because he's thinking, this dude's
length.
going to block my shot.
That's the only time I've ever seen LeBron, other than
Me
against
too.
Roy Hibbert, have to worry about the length of his defender.
Well, not only that, but he has to be almost the last line of defense in a lot of cases with this Warriors team because they don't play with a traditional center. So.
Okay, voice upstairs. What's next?
Is LeBron running out of gas?
There were times last night where LeBron looked absolutely gassed. Jackie, is LeBron's tank on E?
It's not on E. You know what it is? He's got one of those little hybrids where the little efficiency levels go away for a little while, and then they float back in after a good night's rest. But I would point to all the way past the All-Star break. I thought Ty Lue played too many minutes, LeBron too many minutes after the All-Star break, and it's catching up to him now.
Well, Daddy LeBron, as you and I like to call him on the NBA Lockdown podcast, is not having it right now. He is running out of steam. The kids need to pick up their slack. If not, no ice cream and no field trips for anybody.
And everyone might be grounded by that.
That's it. 2 weeks.
Look, he, in the third quarter of last night, you could see it on his face. It was
Standing
just
in the corner.
exhaustion, hands on the hips, hands on the shorts. And when he checked out of the game last time, Mike Wilbon pointed out, he had a look of just, it looked like 2014.
Yes,
You know what?
that's the look.
When you're physically exhausted, your mental toughness takes you through. But when you are playing as great as he played, because he did play great,
Right.
and your team isn't bringing it, then the mental exhaustion. And when mental exhaustion sets in, you're cooked.
Yeah, I would agree. I think 2014 is the perfect analogy. Once the Spurs started whipping that ball around and they couldn't compete against them when he was with the Heat, this is exactly what we're seeing.
And by the way, it's a lot different guarding Harrison Barnes than it is KD.
You think?
Just a little bit, just a tad. Voice upstairs, what's next?
Did we expect too much from Kyrie?
All right, guys. Kyrie has been a virtual no-show this series, a far cry from being the man who took over last year's finals. George, did we expect too much from Kyrie heading into this series?
No, he's completely underperforming, in my opinion. He's a guy that we've seen him at times defend, right, and be engaged on that end. It happened a couple of years ago before he got hurt.
Last time it happened, a couple of years ago.
Right, but offensively, he was a juggernaut last season. Now, part of that was Steph was, dealing with some injuries or whatnot. But look, he could put anybody on skates.
Where's LZ Granderson?
Yeah,
Coming to the top rope?
exactly. He could put anyone on skates, and he's been settling, I think, in this series more than anything else.
I agree with that. And I do think that's why I think they're going to win one game, because Kyrie Irving can do better. He will do better. And I'm sure Ty Lue is going to run a little more action for him to get him going.
Look, I watched him last 2 games. I feel like he played his game. It's just he didn't make shots. Kyrie is not a guy who has these otherworldly games in terms of making other people better.
Oh, never.
His is my kingdom here, and this is what I do. So can he shoot better? Absolutely, but
Penetrate, man. Just go to the hole.
likes to dance too much. Voice upstairs.
Would these Warriors beat the 95-96 Bulls?
Oh, now we're getting into hot take round. According
it.
to Westgate, if these Warriors played the 95-96 Bulls on a neutral court, Golden State would be favored by 6.5 points. It would also be favored in a series. Apparently, Westgate didn't want to tell us what that would be in a series. Jackie, do you buy this?
Give me the points. Give me the points. I'm putting all my son's college tuition on the
Bulls plus
Chicago.
6.5.
Oh, absolutely, man. I saw too much of Michael Jordan. I feel a little bit like him, like LeBron. I never, ever bet against Michael Jordan in big, big games. Sorry, never happening.
I'm going to go with the Warriors because 3 is more than 2, and clearly the Warriors can outshoot these guys. And here's the other part. To beat the Warriors, I think you need penetrating guards and wing players, which the Bulls have, but you need a center that can hurt them on the defensive and offensive end, and the Bulls don't have that.
I call shenanigans on the team because the game was completely different back then. Nobody shot three-pointers back then. The Bulls would have been completely constituted differently. And Steve Kerr could have shot threes all day long if they let him.
Yeah, but that's just one guy. Like the Warriors, the whole team can shoot threes.
But that's because that's the new NBA.
Well, that's every time we have those historical comparisons. I always say this: what rules are we playing by? We're going back then, or are we playing right now?
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else? Does it? Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. There is one more thing. Does it matter if Steph double dribbled?
All right. One of those moments last night. We just had a moment right now, but this is also a moment. Steph dancing on LeBron, but wait for it.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe might have double dribbled. Does it matter?
Okay, Isiah Thomas maybe might have palmed every single time he came up the floor. Does that matter? Come on. That's today's NBA. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think this matters at all. It's a crab dribble, man. Let's go.
Crab dribble,
you know?
The palming.
Exactly.
You know, my favorite thing was Cavs fans, because I didn't check Twitter last night after the game until this morning, and I saw how many people were just obsessed. It was like the Bruder film of him having two hands on the ball. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I missed the part where that was a game-winning play.
No, you know what it was? Because it made LeBron look vulnerable.
Right.
And that scares all your Cavs fans.
Well,
by the way, triple-double or not, I don't think Steph had a great game. People saying he played
he was
great.
sloppy.
He wasn't efficient, and he
I'll
was
tell you
very
what,
sloppy.
those kind of turnovers in a real tight game cost you the game.
That was shades of Game 7, the behind-the-back pass, unnecessarily.
He was throwing legitimately terrible interceptions, like a football quarterback throwing right to the linebacker. That's what he was doing.
Yeah. Pick six.
You were terrible. Hey, Steph Curry, you heard it here first. You were awful yesterday.
Yeah, come on, man. Step up your game.